say Kalalal, Yahweh Washing Ever Shai, Washing Rakakadash. About us to the apostles of greatness, Lord. Shalom to all the brothers in the highway and byway preaching this word in sincerity and in truth with much honesty. Shalom. Yeah, basically we're in the time now where basically the prophecies them, you know, is jumping out at you, jumping out in your face right now. You know, seeing some wonderful times, yeah. Part of the signs that basically the scripture speak of, you know, is that there's gonna be sedition among men. You know what I mean? And as you can see all across the world now, you have sedition popping off all over. You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, these leaders, these so-called politicians basically, see, they are the ones who basically they're up front, especially among our people basically, making all these promises, you know what I mean, keeping the people hope in the society, which basically this hope is about to fail. And when this hope fails, the politicians in the society basically are the leaders in the society. The people is going to turn against them according to prophecy, man. And we've seen that developing all across the world right now. So we're at a point right now. So one of the brother want to bring out the precept, and then we're going to the article. Yeah.
So 2 Corinthians 9 and verse 1 said, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself,
right.
And when thou seest part of the sign pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world,
right. So
which he made.
So when we measure the time now, we can see certain effects basically manifesting itself, man. And part of the effects is that, look, man, the uproars here is going to happen, yeah. You know what I mean? That's a part of the science, man. You know what I mean? Saying so, hey, by that we know that we are at the end. You know what I mean? The most I already speak of these things from the foundation, man. And when we see these things, we should know that, look, man, we are at the point in time where this thing is about to crumble, man. God.
Verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproar of the people in the world.
Right, so let's say earthquakes and uproar of the people. Hey, there's our 5 point I hit Japan again.
During a typhoon, and them have a typhoon at the same time, so the strongest typhoon.
You know what I mean? So you have earthquake all over. You know what I mean? Which basically, you have this devil basically have whatsoever I have can create an earthquake wheresoever I want to create it, man. In diverse places, the scripture said. You know what I mean? So you have earthquake popping off all over. You know what I mean? We have a program on the computer called Earthquake 3D. You know, when you put it up, you see the amount of quakes so basically are shaped every day across the world, man. You know what I mean? So you have earthquakes. You know what I mean? And you have people basically losing it, man, because they're losing confidence in these men and them words, man. You know what I mean? Because finally the people start realizing these politicians full of shit. So they say it's gonna be a what? Sedition among men. Read again, brother.
Verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall thou well understand that that the Most High speak of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Right, so these things were spoken of from the beginning, man. So when we see them happen, we can say, oh yeah, the scripture basically beautifully manifested itself, man. Beautifully the scripture manifested himself. At the end it shall speak, and I preach it, brother. You see me? But what really happening now, the scriptures, basically the prophecies them now coming to light, man. Coming to light, and you see it manifesting, and it's a joy if you see it coming to pass, man. Just like how the scriptures speak of it, you know, solidifying the scriptures, man. That's how we know that the Bible is the only real book, you know what I mean, a man can turn to in these days, man. Because all the books have prophecies going off into them, man. You know, all these other books don't have prophecies going off, man. You know, but you can put it on the airplane mode. Alright, make it stay still. Yeah.
Alright, it's in the book of Habakkuk 2:1 verse 1. He says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. See? And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables.
Right, so the vision is basically manifested itself now, and it's plain to see in the scriptures, man. Hey, God, brothers, read it. You know, the apostles then bring out certain things, and brothers get the understanding now. So when you get the understanding now, you start see it before your eye, man. Where it help basically validate the scriptures to a level where you know, say, oh, look, man, this shit is real, man. You know what I mean? This is real, man. When you get the understanding of all these things before it happen, you already know of it before it happen. I want to see that happen now. You know what I mean? It does further validate the scriptures, man. It make your faith grow. You know what I mean? Grow, man. So you have confidence in this word, man. You know what I mean? So when you see these prophecies popping off, you say, oh, what the hell? You know, it's so real, you know what I mean? It's so real, man. The scripture say, don't him tell you, the priest might tell you, say, even though him tell you, you know the priest say, if he tell you, you wouldn't believe, man. That one, I think it, right. Yeah, finish we got that one there in me, brother.
It says,
yeah, exactly.
It says verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right.
See? It says, and make it plain upon tables,
right,
that he may run that readeth it.
God. And that's what we're doing, man. That's what we're constantly putting out the videos, we're going on the highway and byway, you know what I mean? Seeing so the scripture says that he may run that readeth it, because we see the sense of urgency in order to make the people know, say, look, the scripture there speak about them things here. See them happen right now, you know what I mean? That a man can say, the most I never did say.
I never warn him.
Yeah, you never get any form of warning against the things that might happen. You know what I mean? So we're out to speak it before it even happens. You know what I mean? So a man can say, you know, the Lord Yahweh, he's the one who is doing it, man. You know what I mean? Least them put the glory to them idol. You know what I mean? The scripture said that. You know, so we have to constantly out there putting out the name of the Lord, telling them what the Lord is going to do. Yeah, beforehand, and when it happens, we can say, alright, hear what? Look, man, we're already out there saying it, man. So a man can say him never did hear. He can't say he never did hear. You know what I mean?
The scripture says a lot. Him set watchmen, and them never hold the rest, man.
And this is Habakkuk 1 verse 5.
Right.
Behold, he among the heathen, and regard, and wonder marvelously.
Who is among the heathen and the nation of Israel, man? And right now, basically, we was brought into bondage, you know, through the transatlantic slave trade, gets scattered abroad, even before that. You know what I mean? So our people is among the heathen. So the scripture is talking to us, man. Seeing, especially the brothers, them will wake up into this truth. You know what I mean? We're seeing what's going on right now. You say, wonder what?
Marvelously.
And regard, go on.
For I will work a work in your days, which ye will not believe.
Right, so
it be told to you.
Hey, we read it. You know what I mean? We read it, but when we see it really start, we say, yo, this come like it's a dream, man.
Exactly.
You see, we have this I can't tell singing.
Popcorn.
All of this, popcorn, yeah. All of this coming like it's a dream. You know, all this coming like it's a dream, man. Because when I see this thing, I say, yo, this really, I talk about like how the thing said. You know what I mean? It's marvelous, yo. You know? What, brother?
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right.
But at the end it shall speak.
And it's speaking well right now, go on.
See? And not lie, though it tarry, wait for it.
Go on.
Wait for it, because it will surely come.
Right.
It will not tarry.
It will not tarry, man. And see, and guess what? The Lord is popping off one thing behind each other, man. Because, hey, look, man. They say, hey, the chariots have made themselves so present now. Esau can't do nothing but to talk about them now.
Grand.
You know what I mean? So the chariot is being talked about now. So all these men now have them all different philosophy, and Christian, we want to know how the chariot them fit in a phone doctrine, man. Or so-called UFO fit in all them other doctrine and them other man off on the planet now. You know what I mean? Because we've been telling you about the chariots of the Lord, man, which is so-called UFOs, man. Now them start make themselves present in the sight of everybody. You know what I mean? No people is without answers now.
Yeah, our regular news are getting on film channel.
Because you see the one where the Atlantic where about 14 or more of them gather together, man.
So hey, and that's true. And you have the analysts them, and everybody say, yo, what the hell is basically nobody know what the hell is, which basically is happening hypocrite. But guess what? A lot of people seeing our being in that state seeing the more this thing roll along, you have a lot of people gonna be in a state of confusion. Things are gonna happen, but them never can explain, man. You know what I mean? But guess what? Brothers already have the foreknowledge of all of that, man. Seeing because we already get them things that get told to us through the prophecies, man. So we're seeing them things happen now. Hey, we're not gonna bug the hell out seeing these things, man. And we have a lot of other things that we've already spoke about. We're gonna see other people are gonna bug out, man.
Can I bring out a precept?
Yeah.
It says Ecclesiasticus 39:1.
Right.
But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof,
right,
will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecy.
Being occupied in prophecies, man. Reading the prophecies, them. You know what I mean? Look if the timeline match up with the prophecies, them. If the prophecies are come true, watching the things, the events that take place, we say, oh yes, see, so this is how happen, you know. You know what I mean? So this I'm a prepare itself for go down, you know, like the mark of the beast. I prepare itself over the years.
It get mandatory.
The whole thing I get prepared. So all we know now, say, yo, the next thing I know is going to drop on everybody, and then the way the prophecy set up, that people basically see now they caught up in it. We can say oh and why people have been caught up in the thing, man, and why people have take it. We can see the transition into that phase, man. You see me? Because you have people out there basically who you have men out there who even not even do the research. You know what I mean? So when men come out and talk about the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, seeing you have men back up against it, and we can see the reason why them are gonna take it, man. You know what I mean? So we already have seeing the cause and effects and the things that are going to happen down the line, man. So we know what's going to happen next, man. You know what I mean? See, but as I said before, all them things here for signs, for sure say, oh, look, man, the time when the most you can visit the earth, man. Continue, brother, the same precept, brother. You know? And then we can bring on the article.
He will keep the saying of the renowned men and where subtle parables are, he will be there also.
Right, so all them understanding where they get kept secret since the world began, the Lord give it to the prophets, and the prophets them come out and we utter it, man. You know what I mean? But it's falling upon deaf ears. As the scripture say, yo, a third, see, gonna hear, and 2/3 is gonna die, man. See, they hear them are gonna be, you know, the examples for them.
Food for the missile.
Yeah, you know, the other example that what others not supposed to follow, man. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. You know, you can bring out the article, bro.
Alright, so this is an article from Russia Today. Right, it said the headline is riots return to streets of Ecuador's capital despite previously imposed curfews.
Right, so you have riots down here in Ecuador. Not only Ecuador, you have riots over here in Haiti. See, the other day them drag out a mayor of Mexico,
yeah,
out of the parliament building, not parliament, courthouse. You know what I mean, and drag him to the street, man, because the campaign promises that what these men basically not fulfilling. So you have people protesting against the government or the state worldwide. You know what I mean? This a pop off worldwide now, man. So guess what? This is prophecy, man. And you see all these politicians, you basically get set the hell up as the one who gonna take the fall for whatsoever gonna happen. Even in Jamaica here, you see these politicians in Jamaica, guess what? All the fall, we're gonna be fall, the nation, you are gonna get the blame, man. And the people, you see, I'm gonna put them hands on you Negroes, man, because I believe that the police force and the military are gonna be adequate enough to protect them against the people, man. You make a sad mistake, yeah.
And
you don't have the resources to protect yourself from the Jamaican people.
And I wipe my beard and everything.
Yeah? You know what I mean? And guess what? The ones them put in the predicament, seeing them are gonna bail on you, man, because of them set you up. You know what I mean? You get set your ass, your ass get set your head up, man, because you think that the so-called white man was because you're in league with him, like he was never support you all of that. You know what I mean? You fell for the okey doke, man. So a lot of you politicians gonna the hands of the people are gonna put your asses to death, man. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna happen, man. Because everything are gonna happen. See, within this transition when the so-called white man has set up the new world order, seeing all that are gonna fall upon your head, man. Saying and the people are gonna blame you.
God.
And your asses are get put to death by the people, man. You know what I mean? Thus say the Lord, man. Yeah? Go on, bro.
Yeah, as you can see, the rest of tribes them There's a tribes that get mad and raise up now. You see, Jude and rise to the prayer, man.
God.
Same time Jude rise to the prayer, then I see the real shit, man.
Hey, the cat and mouse game where these politicians been playing, man. Yeah, you people waking up to that shit, man. Because nothing better now happen. You know what I mean? Bare empty promises. Hey, all long I think that's not sustainable, man. The brainwashing where the people under concerning politics, you know what I mean? And this voting thing, hey, it coming to an end, man. Because every time people go up for vote, it get what? It get worse.
God.
You know what I mean? So hey, the Jacob can run out, you know what I mean, and the hope for them having in the system. We already have another hope already. We have hope in the Lord, we don't have no hope, no politics or whatsoever. Our people have hope in it. You know what I mean? Because that's what basically disappointing them now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Our hope now disappoint me. Our hope is the lively hope according to the scripture, man. Yeah? Finish up.
It's a 2 Ezra 15 and verse 14.
Right.
So woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right.
For the sword and their destruction draw it nigh.
So sword and their destruction draw nigh.
God.
You know what I mean? Saying, hey, look, man. Look, man, you see the judicial system where you can commit a crime and him get put into jail or prison. Hey, look, man, not even that not gonna be functional in the day to come, man. So men are come out with them weapon, you know what I mean, and people will get them ass put to death, man. Men are come out desperate, you know what I mean. Some are gonna come out desperate for food, some are come out for revenge, you know what I mean. All different things people are come out for with weaponry, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just for to survive. Man never harm themselves, man. Whether machete, guns or whatsoever, you can see what's gonna happen due to the amount of gun already in the island, man. You know what I mean? You have gun in the island to outnumber the security forces, man. You know what I mean? The security forces already outnumbered, man. Active members, males put it at 4,000, about 3,000. Not the military, active member, we just put it at 4,000, you know what I mean, just to the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? About 14,000 police officers, man. And you have more guns on the street, with men with guns on the street, more than that. You know what I mean? You have over 60,000 men with guns on the street, man, outnumbering the police and the military, man.
Right, man.
Yeah? So we know what's gonna happen out here, man. Saying the security force is not adequate enough to handle the situation. Guess what? And the UN, you know what I mean, which basically the state is going to rely on the UN international help for whatsoever going to happen out here. But guess what? They're going to have them hands full all across the world because things are going to pop off all across the world, man. You know what I mean? So what the hell will you do that day? Famine is coming, man. You know what I mean? And guess what? Some of the men them, where the houses where the man them are gonna reach first, are you politician house. They might make house off on the hillside and feel like they're gonna be safe. You make a sad mistake, man. You know, make a sad mistake, man. This thing are gonna get way out of proportion to the level where you niggas seeing will live loftily over the people. It's gonna feel it, man. The Lord are gonna put a judgment on you niggas, man, because all they're involved in is witchcraft, man. You know what I mean? Uno in a lodge, you know. Some form of masonry shit, you know. Lord gonna put your asses down for that, man. You know, from the least to the greater is gonna be judged on this island, yeah. From the least to the greater. Thus said the Lord, man. That's what we come out here and proclaim to you niggas, man. You know, because none of you go the way of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh. You know, them tell the people them that look them at the true biblical Israelite. You know what I mean? You keep them in a delusion with the so-called white man have them in you help perpetuate that type of mentality on with people, man. And you're gonna pay for that, man. You're gonna pay for that, man. You know? The scripture says, whosoever toucheth Israel toucheth the apple of the Most High eye. Did you know that? Did you know that? All these calamities basically set to trap you niggers, man. You're gonna be trapped, man. And the Lord is gonna make sure so you fear and piss and shit yourself, man. When this thing will come down, yeah? You're gonna shit yourself, man. Yeah? Think you're safe? You're not safe, man. The Lord, the Yahweh Shem Yahweh is there to judge you niggers, man. And you cannot escape him, no care where you run. And the so-called white man, who is a God, who is a power, is going to be judged just the same as you, man. Whosoever join unto them shall fall by the sword.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Don't unjoining and the wicked will not go and
See?
punishment.
So the most I can make the people them who they really look up to you, The same ones that gonna kill you, man. And don't care which part of the world you run go, the Lord and gonna find you, and you guess what? You're gonna suffer the judgment of the Lord, man. None of you. Now escape, man. Kind of right. Continue, brother.
2 Corinthians 15 and 15 again.
Right.
For the sword and their destruction draw nigh.
Right.
And one people shall stand up and fight against another.
Right, so race war is coming regardless of Christians want to say, regardless of the political correctness what the so-called white man want to bring in, race war is coming, man. So one people are going to stand up to fight against another people. That's what the Lord is about right now, man. One.
And swords in their hands.
Right. Gunshots are going to fire in the streets, man. Shots are going to ring out. Even out in a Portland, when the shots are going to ring out to the light. So you never see it before. Yeah? Go on.
For there shall be sedition among men.
There shall be sedition among men. Go on.
And invading one another.
What is sedition? Men coming up against them leaders, man. The powers that be, you know what I mean? The system of governance is gonna fail, man. The system of governance is gonna, the state is gonna fail. The cure state emergency no one draw. It's gonna be so overwhelming when this thing come down. You know what I mean? The government man, them when you see I work with the government with a weapon, I'm gonna run left the job with the government weapon, and them are gonna be out there trying to protect their family and themselves with that same weapon, man.
Done.
Yeah? That's all things are gonna fall apart, man. When this war kick off, when the US economy go down, when the ships them stop come to Jamaica with food, you know what I mean? And the famine hit, then you're gonna know. When Jake back get pushed against the wall, Lord gonna put a spirit on them to go out like wolves, man. You know what I mean? And shit not gonna be nice. It's not gonna be nice out here on the simple. Yeah? It's not gonna be nice. Thus said the word of the Lord, man. You know what I mean? The Lord Yahweh Shemir Shai, the day when that happened, the Lord Yahweh Shemir Shai, he's the one who bring it, man. So anybody who watch this video and see this, when they tell you see them thing happen, remember this, the Lord Yahweh Shemir Shai, bring that there, man. Not Jesus, not Jehovah, whatever God you serve, man.
Not Selassie.
You know? Not Selassie, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's the one who's going to bring that judgment upon this island here and all the rest of the world. You know what I mean? Where we despise the word of the Lord, man, and defile the name of the Lord, man. You're going to pay for it, man. You're going to pay, man. One brother?
They shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Right.
And in the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right, so no matter whatsoever class or creed, you know what I mean? In that day, see, you're gonna be brought, see, down just the same, man. You know, the people gonna ravish you. You see what happened to the Mexican mayor? That's just an example, man. Them drag him through the streets, back our vehicle and truck. Them pipe him and truck and drive him through the streets, man.
Right
that
now,
is a sign.
Right now in
That
Turkey.
is a sign.
Right now in Ecuador, if they mold this president,
Right.
they rip him apart down there, man.
Hey, woman here hate it. That's what the people coming down to, man. They're ripping them leaders. Last president, basically the people come against him over 8 him have to flee. Arrested,
Man.
they have to flee, man. So you niggas thinking that you know a safe zone when the people rise up and the people going to rise up, man, because guess what? Whatsoever the so-called white man is doing, he will make sure say, yo, the people oppressed to the level that him can have in disorder, that him can bring the order afterward, man. You say order of chaos, man. So the chaos is coming, and you niggas are get caught in the chaos, man. You're gonna get caught in the chaos, man.
The pants
Come on,
down.
I always talk about the regular people, how the most are gonna bring judgment upon them. Now we have talk about the leaders, them. The Lord are gonna bring judgment upon you niggas, man. Straight up judgment, man. Because you represent wrongly among the nation of Israel, man. You're judged for reward. You know what I mean? And you make a league with the enemy. You know what I mean? And you're gonna feel it for that. You're gonna feel it, man.
So the ask current come and things that now gonna come near them.
Yeah. Yeah, go on. You can bring on a priest to brother.
Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city,
Right.
and shall not be able.
Right, go on.
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled.
Yo, you have a place to quarantine off, man. Military men quarantine off certain place, man. Or cordon off, or what you want to call it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? To checkpoints and everything. They have men who are looting and burn cities. The cities basically are going to be looted, buildings burning. You know what I mean? People upset. You know what I mean? First thing first, the banks some are going to burn because people go want the money. Money get fucked. You know what I mean? You know, people burn the banks, then them loot the supermarket, burn them down, burn the gas station, everything will get burned, man. That's what they'll get. No food, nowhere. You know what I mean? Man, see you, next thing you know, you may get your ass heated, man. So the city shall be another scripture tells you people are gonna die of starvation in the city, and the man and the field are get put to them by the sword, man. It's not gonna be pretty, man. It's not gonna be pretty. You know what I mean? Go on, bro.
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled,
God.
the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Yep. Place is burning, man. Place burning. Everywhere you turn, you're gonna see place a burn. You know what I mean? You don't want to run in a group of men. If you run in a group of men, you don't know the thing go already. Yeah? Not gonna be easy out here, man. Go on.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor.
Right, because a man not gonna have no pity upon his neighbor. Yeah? God bless you.